Hello and welcome to Virtual Investor Conferences. My name is Eric May. On behalf of OTC Markets, we're very pleased you have joined us for our next live presentation from Personas Social Inc., a company focused on the development of mobile social media and commerce products. Please note, you can submit questions in the question box to the left of the slides. You can also view a company's availability for one-on-one meetings through the Schedule Meetings tab found on the conference platform. At this point, I am very pleased to welcome Mark Idwaru, Chairman and CEO of Personas Social Inc., which trades on OTCQB Venture Market under the symbol PRSNF and also on the TSXV under the symbol PRSN. Welcome, Mark.
Pleased to be here, Eric. Hi, everybody. I'm Mark Idwaru. I'm the Chairman and CEO of Personas Social Inc. Personas Social is a technology company that specializes in video-based platforms. I'm here to talk to you today about the relaunch of our flagship product, Keek Social. So I'm just going to jump right in. I'll give you a little bit about my background. I am a serial entrepreneur. I used to be an engineer at AT&T for a while. I studied artificial intelligence at MIT, and I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have about 16 technology patents in my name, form companies around each of those products, build them up, sell the company, and do something new. What we're here to talk about today is Keek. The name might be familiar to a lot of you. Keek was the original video sharing social network that debuted in 2012 with the help of the Kardashians. So, Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, her whole family, they were the primary promoters of Keek. It reached a pretty large audience at the time, about 80 million people. We decommissioned it in 2017, and other short form video companies popped up. We all know TikTok appeared about that time. So to put that in context, we were before Vine, we were before Instagram had videos, before TikTok. A lot of people say that it was TikTok's inspired about us. It's I don't think it's lost in the general public that TikTok's having some issues. We wish them well, but there have been concerns about their funding, and as a result of that, they've been banned from operating in a variety of countries. So based on that, and just based on overwhelming demand from the original Keek user base to bring back Keek, we brought back Keek, and we brought it back better than ever. So what is Keek? Keek is a short form video platform, not unlike TikTok, with quite a number of unique selling propositions. So Keek's the only social network that we're aware of that uses short form video as sizzler reels to get to longer form content. The reason we did that is because short form video has historically been very difficult to monetize. If you think back throughout the history of short form videos, you take a look at Vine, even Keek at the beginning, and there was a variety of other short form video companies. We had to shut down operations on Keek, and the other ones shut down just because it's difficult to monetize a 10-second video. It's difficult to put a 20-second commercial on a 10-second video. Now we see that short form videos exist. They exist in Instagram. They exist in YouTube and what have you. However, they exist in addition to their primary offering. So what we did with short form videos in Keek is that we made the short form video a sizzler reel to long form content that gives us ample room for advertising collateral, hence monetizing it. So how's Keek different? How is it different than it was before? How is it different than anything else that exists right now? It's different for a variety of reasons. So you can see the graphic in front of me. This is 3 of the 6 unique selling propositions. The most exciting one is our fire post. So market research indicates that, as funny as it may sound, narcissism is the main driving factor in social media. People like to be popular. They like to follow popular people, and why not? It's a good thing. You could it's beyond just ego. It's a monetizable thing. If you have a large audience, you could make money from that audience by being a brand ambassador, selling them goods and services, what have you. So Keek allows you to become popular, unless you get famous fast with its fire posts. So fire posts are AI-powered posts that when you're posting content, you hit the make it fire button. The AI takes over, takes a look at the content that you're about to post, takes a look at the content that you've posted in the past, and inserts your content into feeds of individuals that are most likely to follow you. So what happens is that you get a lot of followers, real followers, not bots, a lot of human beings following you fast. As a user, you just feel great about it because you downloaded Keek, you posted some content, and it's like follower, follower, follower. You know, the dopamine's kicking off in your brain. You feel great about it. We give you the free credits. When the free credits end, you get prompted to either buy more fire credits or get fire credits for free by inviting more people. So we believe the combination of this creates a viral tipping point where it really incents people to invite other people because they're getting value out of it. Now you're on Keek and you got 200,000 followers. So, you know, other than being a popular person, what can you do with it? Well, you can monetize it with our offer box. So we have an offer box, and the offer box is tied into our ad share network. So the offer box allows you to configure very rapidly, you know, within a minute, an offer that'll pop up on your stream. You could point people to your commercial website. You could sell goods and services. In addition to that, you could use the offer box in concert with our ad share network. And our ad share network lets you become a brand ambassador by just tagging a brand. So say, for example, you're in Bali and you're posting videos of your vacations. Expedia is not a sponsor of ours, but just using it as an example, you could type in, you could tag Expedia, add Expedia. By doing that, their ad pops up, and you make money by doing that. So Keek shares its ad revenues with people who choose to be brand sponsors for content. So two very unique selling propositions. The ad share network really doesn't exist outside of Keek, so it's a very new thing. Some obvious things are video editing. Download the app. You'll find that you'll see that the video editing suite is pretty comprehensive. We've seen apps for sale in both the Google and Apple App Store that cost $10 a month. That is basically the same suite of editing capabilities that you get in Keek. So that's good. I see some questions coming in, so I like that. I'll digress from the presentation to answer your questions. I'm just going to keep going on. Now, in addition to wanting to get popular and monetizing your popularity, there is a good percentage of social media, arguably the largest percentage of social media, that just wants to watch funny videos, want to watch high quality content, and you want to see what your friends are up to. So you might, you value your privacy. So on one side of your life, you might want to be very public with your public posts, but on the other side, you might want to post some private stuff to family groups, private stuff to friend groups. So what Keek allows you to do is create groups on the fly. So you can create endless number of groups. You can post stuff to your college buddies. You can post stuff to your groups with your family in it, groups with your coworkers, what have you. It takes the social awkwardness out of social networking. And we find that people really like it a lot. In addition to that, and I'll show you, there'll be some graphics later on in the presentation. The vast majority of people on social media really just want to see what their friends and family are up to, look at some jokes, look at some sports, catch up with the news. So what we've added to Keek are some curated, very high quality content. And this content you can consume in portrait mode vertically on your phone. And what we've also done is that we've added landscape mode, so you can watch a full screen video of high quality, high resolution curated content. So, you can follow 3-4 channels a day. I can get my business news. I can get my sports news. I can look at a few jokes and see what my friends are doing. So that's, and actually that speaks exactly to what the majority of people like doing on the internet. Obviously we have analytics. So if you are a Instagram influencer or a TikTok influencer or a YouTuber and you want to come to Keek, rest assured we have enough analytics for you to make the most out of your time on Keek and to have it benefit you by allowing you to gather a larger audience. I'm just going to answer a couple questions. We have Chris C. How are you going to make Keek great again? It was successful with millions of users. Yeah, great question. So, we're actually advertising out to the 80 million ex-Keek users. We did some sample sets of that. We got a surprisingly large response rate, so we think that'll be successful. We have an army of influencers. So, what most people don't know is that outside the U.S., most TikTokers don't get comped by TikTok at all. So we have quite a large number of them that we'll be bringing onto our platform, and hopefully they'll be bringing their base to follow them, particularly in areas where the use of TikTok is either restricted, like India, for example. It's banned entirely. It's 365 million people under the age of 25, and it's growing disposable income demographic. So we're focused on that geography all across the U.S. Obviously, U.S. is number one that we're focusing on, and Asia. So we're using TikTok influencers, Instagram influencers. We're advertising out to the old user base. And don't underestimate the psychology of fire posts, of getting free fire posts, because if you use Keek and you got 500,000, 3,000 free followers, and your credits run out, and all it costs you to get more credits is to invite more people, we are confident that that'll significantly increase the user base. And another question from Chris: how will we showcase the AI technology? Yeah, the AI is all over it. So the AI is in the fire posts. We're using AI marketing, sentiment-based analysis for conversations online, which we market to directly. The AI is also our content moderator, so we keep not suitable for work content out of the app and things that people generally don't like. Do I have any well-known brand ambassadors lined up for the relaunch? I do. I am not at liberty to say that right now because I'll have to issue it in a press release, but we absolutely have some names that hundreds of millions of people in the world will recognize. What sort of resources, or better yet, sales and marketing strategies do you employ to reach 100 million users? I think I just went over that. And I'm going to just continue with this, and then I'll answer the next question. So next, just moving right along. One thing that we've done in Keek is that I think we've cracked the code on how to monetize short form video. So short form video, the problem is hard to make money off of 8-second video because you can't really attach a 30-second ad to it. What we've done is we kind of married social media with YouTube-like platforms to create the best of breeds service. So you have an 8-second teaser that leads to long-form content. The long-form content allows for a variety of advertising opportunities and allows us to monetize what people are doing. Again, nobody else is doing this. And the long-form content, we're providing you in full landscape mode. Television apps coming out soon. You can consume the content on TV and what have you. Our revenue model, we make money off of advertising. The more ad units you have, the more money, the more money-making opportunities you have. So obviously, we have in-feed ads where advertisers have channels, advertisers have posts, and ads run there. We have based on the longer form video, pre-roll, mid-roll, post-roll ads that show up. We've created tech that kind of makes social media like TV, and you'll get lower snipes and different advertising opportunities. And there's people advertising themselves by buying fire credits. So all of those opportunities are how we go about making money. So, and then in addition to all of this, there's direct ad spend associated with the ad share network. So what does the market look like? Over the last few years, we've seen that trust in social media platforms has declined, and this is just an interesting graphic. The most trustworthy, I guess, is YouTube still, and the most trust lost in Instagram. So there's a wide variety of reasons about that. How is it pertinent to us? It's pertinent to us in that we're following kind of a user created content model, but also a curated content model, and we're going to curate the content to make sure it's just the best high quality stuff that you can see there. I have some questions asking about for projections. Can't really make projections. But here's MK has asked me a question. What strategies are planned to market to markets where TikTok is banned? I touched on that a little earlier. We are securing TikTokers in the markets where TikTok are banned to be brand ambassadors for Keek. So we're basically paying them to join Keek and to bring over their user base from TikTok. So, we're focusing on TikTokers with 1 million plus users in these geographies. And we feel that strategy in and of itself will be successful. In addition to that, standard marketing and advertising initiatives in all those geographies. 20 U.S. states, TikTok's banned for state employees. The country of Canada is banning it for federal workers. The country of New Zealand has banned it. It's going on, and ostensibly we can't say, why, but arguably it's because if you go into TikTok, you don't see a lot of ads or anything they're selling, so people wonder where the money comes from. So, but we are planning on going into the jurisdictions where they're banned. We were their predecessor, so being their successor seems appropriate. Believe it or not, YouTube still gets 82% of young people with longer form content. So there's like a lot of excitement about short form content, but believe it or not, platforms that just have short form content are kind of missing out on a lot. They're missing out on a lot of viewership. They're missing out on hours spent in their services that YouTube is kind of dominating right now. So we've developed a service that allows us to get a piece of that market also. And try it in your Instagram today, try it in your TikTok. We've added just high quality video experience for social media. So it's a good marriage between the two of them. So what do people look at online? You'd be surprised. Social influencers are kind of at the bottom. Sports, comedy, see what your friends are doing are at the top. It's longer form content, but social influencers are very important still, and they do have a lot of followers. That is an important marketing channel for us. I'll go back. I see Steve Fisher. Do you capture any revenues from OfferBox sales? At this stage, we are not capturing revenues from OfferBox sales. We will add in the subsequent release, we're adding the full-blown e-wallet to the service, primarily to facilitate payouts to the users as a result of the ad share network. So that's coming in the next quarter. And we may do payments for services that people buy from the OfferBox, but not right now. Chrissy, what influencers are starting with Keek? I can't say that right now. I have to press release it. Luke McGinnis. Oh, I answered your question already, Luke. I'm just going to go on. The next step. So when you take a look at the social media marketplace and the video marketplace, it's there's a lot of room for competitors. There's a lot of room for new services, and there's definitely room for a brand new service that's the only one that marries short form and long form video in a seamless way. So, social media spending, it's going to be $130 billion just in a few years. So obviously, we plan on positioning ourselves to take a piece of that. The average person bounces from between 7 different social networks a month. So we plan on coming out, and the name of the game now is to provide people with the most engaging content to dominate the number of hours or the number of minutes that they spend on your social network as opposed to somebody else's. So we believe curated content speaks to some stats that were in the previous slide as to what people like to see. People like to see sports highlights. People like comedy. People like how-to. So a lot of high-quality curated content and a lot of engaging, but the best of the best type of social influencer content in the in Keek. All right, so market overview. We're still a well-known brand. 800 almost a million sites still backlinked to Keek.com, to the domain. I touched on this a little earlier. We are going to market out to the 80 million people that were originally in Keek through our other social networks and our other services in the company that'll allow us to kind of very easily move over a couple million people when we're ready to do that. And we're using AI-based sentiment analysis to market directly online, and a variety of other things. And we're doing all of this and primarily targeting in areas where TikTok's banned. In addition to that, a lot of standard advertising spend initiatives to let people know we're back and that we're awesome. Any more questions? Okay, Chris, I think I got most of yours. How will I showcase the AI technology? I'm going to touch on the one more thing just before I conclude this the slide deck. The AI technology in Keek does a lot. So one thing it does is on feed curation. So there's been issues in the rest of the industry where the algorithms for the feed are overfitted, which AI means that it's too on the nose. So if I look for one thing one day, that's all you get. And you get it to the point of, to the point of excess. So what we've done is we've engineered a better content, what we believe is a better content recommendation algorithm that will recommend a wider variety of content in the category that you're looking for. So it kind of does a lot to prevent people living in that echo chamber of bias confirming content that that's probably not a good thing in the long run. So we believe that providing our algorithm will provide you with a wider variety of content on topics that you're interested in, and it's a fairer and more balanced approach to content recommendation engines. I saw the Q&A box explode there. Let me see. You capture revenues from the offer by. I do want to make Keek great again. Absolutely want to make Keek great again. So that's about it. If anybody has any more questions, I will be available for the next few hours for a Q&A. Thank you for your time. Download the app. You'll love it. And I'd like to thank the OTCQB Venture Virtual Investment Conference for